always like to do. I always like to look at the books in the background because I mean my background's bloody awful, slowly converting it. But yeah, I like to see is there anything I can judge on. I see
Uh,
Spanish.
yeah. No, yeah. Yeah. I tried Spanish. That didn't work. That didn't take, so to speak. As I don't know. Like, so I'm really lame. I read a lot of self-help books,
There's
and
no wrong with that.
yeah. Well, like, yeah. And so there's just a lot of books here. Yeah, just like a lot of redundant. This is one I read recently, actually. So yeah, like I don't like reading, but I make myself read.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I read the joke book about joke writing
Okay,
recently. This
cool.
one is it's such a good book. Who's it? Sally Holloway. That's it.
Have you done
Um,
Finding Your Comic Genius by Adam Bloom?
oh yeah, well yeah. People have been recommending that one,
Yep,
but
I've had him on the pod. He's an absolute top dude, and it was weird because it came up in my reel the other day on Instagram, and it was from him like doing Edinburgh Fringe in 1998,
yeah.
and he was like, "Fuck me, 27." Yeah, just double checking the maths there. 27 years ago, like still hitting it. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, we're the new gen, to be
We
honest.
are,
But
yeah,
if any of
yeah.
us are doing it in fucking 20, 30 years, that's commendable, to be honest. Like, I know how I started. I started sort of, from the deepest, darkest pits of my soul. How did you start comedy, Owen?
So like, I mean, I always fancied myself as a bit of a comedian. I mean, basically, I was just one of those dickheads in school, but like, I was always like, I called it, I wanted to be a comedian, and then, so I tried comedy about 10 years ago, and I bombed. I bombed hard.
Good.
I bombed so, but I know why I bombed because you know how like you have to kind of face the idea that your jokes are probably shit once you write them down. Like you're like this is amazing, but you actually have to say them and like kind of figure them out. I didn't do that basically for my
Mm.
first one, and so I bombed massively. It was worse. What was worse because it was like a Monday evening kind of more general open mic. So
Yeah.
there was people there just kind of on their phones, just kind of
No one really gives a shit. Like, yeah,
yeah,
eight
nobody gave
people,
a
seven
shit.
of them are other comedians. One's the local crackhead who's in there because it's warm.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah.
people were just like, there was somebody playing like, kind of really smooth, like guitar beforehand, and everyone was nicely sedate. And then I was like, and then I just started telling these ill-practiced jokes. But that but then so I got sober about 6 months ago, and then I just like I felt like I needed a bit of chaos still,
Cool. Yeah.
because I love a bit of chaos, I do. And yeah, and so I was just like, you know what, I'm going to give this another crack. And I went to this open mic in Bristol, and I went up, and I just asked really nicely if I could go on, and I'd kind of prepped about 5 minutes,
Mm.
and I'd built in all of the excuses that you're not supposed to say when you're on stage. You're not supposed to give the crowd excuses because like you get a laugh, but not the right type of laugh.
What do you mean?
That
Like,
kind
oh,
of
like
stuff.
this is the first time I'm doing it. Be
Yeah,
nice. You know,
yeah, pretty
start
much. Yeah,
listing all your fucking disabilities. You know,
basically, yeah. So
yeah.
people are like, but yeah, that was like it went well because obviously I'd guilted the audience into not booing me,
Yeah.
which is successful. Yeah, guilt trips.
And
That's
did
that's the
they
word.
boo?
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. First time I got booed, I one of my friends made me do a magic show for her daughter's seventh birthday party.
Brilliant.
Um, got booed by some 7-year-olds. That
Love it. Good. Yeah.
that that
Ruthless
hurt.
bastards.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure some of the parents booed as well. Um, but I, I don't do magic. Basically, she was just like, we've booked this in 2 weeks. I need you to do a magic show. See you there. And I was like, okay. So I prepared this whole thing, and then yeah, basically ended up me getting booed. But yeah, it's I I saw an opportunity a few months ago to get revenge on it because she came with her kids to one of my shows. I was like, right, here we go. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Gonna
make a
gun you
joke
down.
out of this. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you started sort of 6 months up ago again. How did you sort of get back into it? Did you go to open mics or?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So yeah, I started going to open mics. It's great because like I love, I really love comedy because like a lot of people just like it really seems like opportunities come up if people just like your vibe and people are like, yeah, I
Yes.
like you, yeah, I'll give you 5 minutes, and so I was just chatting to people and they were giving me the odd kind of 5 minutes here and there, and then I did the ultra comedy thing earlier this year.
Oh, okay,
uh,
Ultra Comedy Course. Okay, is that the charity one?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's all.
Well, what I've been told about that one a little bit, it's sort of like you send an email like inquiring, and all of a sudden they're like, "Yeah, you're on it." Like,
Pretty
there's no
much.
like pandering. There's no like, "Let me think about it."
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Like proper
But
steep straight away.
I, I think that's the wider company because the ultra thing do a bunch of other ones, and I did the ultra boxing a few years ago,
Cool.
and it was the same thing where like
How
I
did you
was
do?
inquiring for later that year, and they were like, "You're in
Okay.
8 weeks time," and I was
I mean,
like, "Okay."
I actually now want to know how the boxing did. How did we do in boxing?
So I won, hey, but
Okay, cool.
yeah, but you're really hoping
I
I don't know.
yes, I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping, you was going against, 6'4" Tyrone, who's, used to who used to do it 5 years ago, has got back into it, and
Yeah. Just got out. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Just got out. He's
exactly,
got a
yeah.
score to sell.
They couldn't pin the full murder on him, so he only got 5 years. That type of
Yeah,
guy I want to see you against in the ring.
yeah. It was a technicality he got out, but yeah. I mean, it was great. I mean, like, I think, like, in all honesty, I think I got lucky on the night because it is a bit nerve-wracking, and like I think the guy I was up against, I think he just lost heart. Like, it's a bit like like the Duracell bunny, and
Yeah.
then there's the other bunny who doesn't have the batteries, and he just like
What
falls
what what
over.
was the charity
Yeah.
for?
So that one I did it for. What was it? I did it for. It was like cancer research. Cancer research, I
Okay.
think.
I was like, did you just fight one of them?
Oh.
You just put one of the terminals along. Like, fuck it. I'll win this fight, Children's hospice. Oh, I've got this one. Like, this.
I've
Yeah,
got to set this up. Yeah, yeah. I've got to have a win if I'm going to raise money. I've got to have a win.
exactly.
Make me win.
Yeah, little Timmy might have a black eye and a broken jaw, but we've gone for his charity, so it's always a silver lining, to be
Yeah.
honest. So when you did the ultra comedy calls, how did the because I'm correct on that. I've not done a class. You do 5 minutes at the end, don't you, in front of everyone?
Yeah, yeah, and honestly, it's so good. Like it really, like the way they structure it is really amazing. So it was so Greg Winfield
Yeah,
was
cool.
the yeah was the chap who ran it, and he had the best like way of doing it. He was just like think of things that you think are funny, and then we try to pinpoint the bit that is funny within that story, and then tell people, and like it was just so like the way he was describing it, I said it wrong then, but like he was like it just seemed so simple, and like it worked, and like all of us were really up to a point where we were getting solid chuckles, a few solid chuckles, and
How
yeah.
many people started it to how many people ended it? 'Cause I know a lot of people drop out, don't they?
Oh yeah, yeah, it was yeah, and it was in this tiny pub as well, and it was like initially I think there was about 80 people in this tiny pub, and it was
Right.
just ridiculous. But then by the end of the night, I think there was about 20 of us that
Okay.
actually kind of made it to the end. But it's yeah, it was a good night. It was a long night though, because like you might imagine 20 people all doing 5 minutes
Oh, it's
changeover, plus
non-stop.
Greg had to schmooze the crowd a couple of times.
Mm.
It was a long day for everyone, bless their hearts.
Yeah, that is that is long, and yeah, 5 minutes. I don't know. When you look at not doing comedy, and like when you first start out, 5 minutes doesn't seem like long, but it is a long time.
It
Like,
is. It's like, yeah, like it feels like, but like now when I'm doing sets, like the other day I had this set in Western Superman, and I think the guy, like I was still new to this particular guy, so he was like, all right, have 5 minutes, because I don't fully trust you, kind of thing. But then, like, I found myself having to pare stuff down because actually by now I've collected things that I know
Mm.
do get laughs. Which yeah. So it's nice to now know that 5 minutes seems like ridiculous. But even now, 6 months in, I'm like, uh, I could get seven. Ooh.
And how often do you sort of like change your material and stuff up? Like, have you got enough material to bang out a 10, a 15?
I could bang out bang out of 10. Yeah, I could bang out of 10. It's like I try and do that Jerry Seinfeld thing, write a new joke
Right,
each
you're a
day
Seinfeld,
thing.
right? Okay, yeah, every
Yeah,
day.
and so like each week that I do a kind of gig, I try to have it change up.
Yeah,
So it's different enough. Like actually, if you want to hear the joke I wrote earlier today,
I
here we go.
do. I love
Uh,
hearing jokes,
this one, right? So
and
this
I'll be
one,
brutal. Okay.
oh yeah, absolutely.
All right.
So this one, so basically, backstory. I was buying some crackers yesterday. That's the backstory to this.
Yeah.
Um, so I bought some water biscuits, which sounds gross, like soggy biscuits, but it turns out they're actually quite tasty, just like soggy biscuits.
Okay. Okay. When you said water biscuits, I was instantly thinking, "Come on, a biscuit." Yeah, just like soggy bit. Okay, cool. Needs
Yeah.
work.
So that's my joke.
Needs. Okay. So how do you sort of like? Was you actually buying biscuits yesterday, and then you were like, "Oh, there's something here."
Yeah, like I mean, I've always found that because like I get easily put off food, and like just by the name, I'm very judgy of food. And then like it was just like water biscuit sounds like the grossest thing in the world, like, and I've always thought that. But then I finally tried them, and they're like the nice kind of cracker, and I'm like, oh,
Right.
cool, yeah, I like these.
So
And then
if you was to play soggy biscuit, what is the penultimate biscuit? I mean, if you did Jacobs, that'd be a lot of cum, wouldn't it, to get that
oh
soggy?
yeah, yeah, that'd be yeah. You'd have to have a rugby team.
A bunch of rugby lads to dent the Jacobs. I mean, like these wafer thin ones, the tiniest bit of jizz would probably, make it a little bit flimsy.
I like it. Yeah, like Jacobs. I reckon Jacobs could stand the test.
I reckon they
Uh,
could, to be honest. I mean, I'm not going to do this test, but there's anyone out there who fancies coming on some biscuits and letting us know? Please let us know in the comments what is the best. I mean, Paul would probably know, to be
Yeah,
honest.
Paul Ford would know. Yeah, yeah. The
Fucking
internet's the
Bristol
internet's a
people.
big
Ugh.
place. I'm sure this has been tested. Like, there's been a big test about the best one.
Okay. So, what sort of comedy do you usually write about?
So like my last set that I did, it was so I like to so I like to write about the things that I do. So I've got this hobby that I have ever since 2014. I
Coming on
do like a
biscuits.
yeah, I do like a it's soggy biscuits, yeah. Uh
The pastime.
yeah, like I do a new thing each month. Soggy biscuits was one of the first, obviously.
Yeah.
But it was yeah, like it was, and so like a lot of the time I write about that. So like my last one I did, it was about when I did the Gloucester cheese roll.
The
And
what?
then have you heard of the Gloucester cheese roll?
Is that the cheese hill thing? When
Yeah,
you
that
when they
one.
run down the hill, chasing the wheel of cheese.
Yeah, that's right.
Dan, love that. Does the winner get the cheese?
Yes, the winner does get the cheese. And
Okay,
it's
I'm
and it's
now
a
more.
massive wheel of cheese.
I've seen the videos on this. I mean, the injuries. Like, the people get fucked up on this.
People get fucked up. It's not a hill. It's a small cliff. Like it really
Yeah,
is. It's because like it looks like quite grassy from the videos, but it's
yeah.
not. It's surprisingly gravelly. Because it's so steep. Like only goats can make it up that kind of up that hill kind of thing.
Okay, now I've got a million questions about this because I've seen them so many. I've never known someone to actually do it. So, okay, did you go into it thinking I am going to win this wheel of I don't know what type of cheese is it?
I didn't catch the label. No,
Okay, so like if you're going like, did you think you'd win it?
no, 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 no,
How
no.
much do you commit then going down at full
But
pace?
Well, like I'm too much of a pussy, right?
Oh,
But like one of my
same here. So like this
you
one, I'm
know
curious.
like so like I was kind of doing it but also terrified for my life at the same time, but one of my friends who is basically like he just has zero fear. He's like one of those honey badgers, that
Yeah.
you see in the, yeah, he's like one of them, and he was properly gunning for it. But like even to the point that there's because it's quite a world famous thing,
Mm.
there's a surprising amount of YouTubers that kind of descend on it. And there's this really famous YouTuber, I Show Speed.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Standard. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And so like I did it in 2014. I was in the first race, and I Show Speed apparently was in that race, and he got fucked up. Somebody kind of got him in the ribs. That was actually my friend, and it
Nice.
was yeah. And you know when like one of your friends gets in trouble and like the internet hates on them, and all you want to do is just be like, ah.
Yeah.
like, yeah, like yeah. I was so tempted just to sell him out, just just to watch everybody go after him. But yeah, like apparently when he was running down the hill, I Show Speed was in front of him and he just kind of slammed into him and he got him in the ribs. But yeah, like people properly get hurt. But it's like I mean, when I was going down the hill, I was um at one point I fell over. I probably grazed up my arm, but other than that, like I was good. But again, I'm too much of a wuss to even properly
Yeah,
commit.
same here. I
Like
like
you
have
have to
stunts,
commit.
pads, everything. I would like to do one of them though, but in a Zorb ball.
I was just thinking of Zorball. Yeah, that'd be so much fun. That'd be
Yeah,
so much fun. It'd be
I,
like
I
a
would like to. So that's one of the ones we've done. What else have we done?
let's see. So like I don't know. I'm
Your
just
once a month things.
yeah, so let's take a look. So I actually like I have the worst memory ever. So let's actually just see. So the ones this year. Earlier this year I did a twerk fitness class. That was pretty fun.
A twerk
Um
fitness.
yeah, twerk fitness. So like twerking.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like a fitness class. One of my friends wanted me to go along for support
I'm
because
hoping a female friend.
yeah, and
Okay, no, no,
as you
no, no.
can
I'm just making
imagine,
sure on
I
this
was
one
the
because
only guy
if
there.
if,
Yeah,
a, if,
and
a ma- if one of my boy mates said I want you to come support me in a twerking class, I would raise questions. But a female friend, okay, yeah, we'll let this one off. We'll let this one slide.
I
So
mean,
how
but
was
like
your twerking game then?
you know what? Yeah, like I put my back out a bit, but it was there's
Hey,
there's
that's the
one bit
point.
because yeah, I like to keep fit, but there was this one bit where there was this really cool move that they were doing, and like what you do is that you kind of lean back, touch the floor, and get back up, and I was feeling quite fit and quite like I could keep up until this point, but when I leant back and kind of got to the floor. So I'm 35 now, and I took a little bit longer to get up than I thought I would. Even letting out that kind of noise that
Yeah,
people do when
I'm
you make
33. I've started the noises.
yeah. So yeah, it turns out that's yeah, that was the point. I was like, yeah, I'm not actually that cool. But let's see. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just looking through. Uh, like a lot of them is things like raced uh raced a Lamborghini. That was kind of fun.
You
I
drove a
did
Lamborghini.
no,
You raced one.
yeah, went to Wimbledon one year. It's surprisingly cheap to get to Wimbledon. I went skydiving, went in a hot air balloon.
I mean, these are all pretty cool. I mean, are you always open to suggestions?
I love suggestions. I'd like to
Love
say,
that. Okay. Also, guys, in the comment below, then, we want suggestions also because, and I'll try and think of some. Okay, let me try and think of one on top of the head. Okay, one I did with my mate, and I'm just going back to comedy. I wrote him a 5 minute set that he had to go on stage and do.
well, like unironically as well. So he had to commit to the
He had to
jokes.
commit to it, and I wrote some. Basically, I thought, you know what, I could go as hateful as possible, but I'm not going to do that because then that's obvious. I'm going to do it normally, but I'm just going to chuck in a few nuggets that are so like, there's like so like one of them was open bit about we've got to share love, peace, and unity, and it was like, but except for the Jews. And he had to
Oh
do
my
it
god.
so deadpan serious. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm not anti-Semitic in any way. I just love a laugh, and it was just so like, except for this. All jokes aside, except for this. And you know where it came across that he was being so it sounded like it was actually his own thoughts and feelings.
Oh my God. So
I mean, if
right,
I
so
wrote you
like
a 5 minute set, would you
I
go up and
mean,
do
I
it?
mean, yeah, I mean, so I always fret about like, like any community, I just need people to love me and that kind of stuff. So this will tear me up inside, but yeah, sure, do
Good.
it.
To
Let's
be
let's
honest,
do it. I will video it. I will post it. I will tag you. I will, yeah,
no, 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 no,
like,
no. I want no credit. This has nothing to do with me. Like I'm the fly on the wall on this. I'm
okay,
getting zero backlash. You know,
all right.
this is all. I'm going to say this wasn't my idea. I didn't tell you to do this. You came up with this all yourself. I actually advised you not to do it. You know, that's
It's all in the delivery, isn't it? It's all
yeah,
right.
yeah. You
It's all
go
in
on
the
and it
delivery.
absolutely kills. Like 1 million views. Like the next thing coming out of Bristol, and then that's
Yeah.
got to be your comedy now from moving forwards.
And you're just like that. Yeah, you're just like that. Owen P. He's like he owes me. Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, go. All right. Challenge
Okay.
accepted. Challenge
I love
accepted.
that. Okay, so I mean, you do about song in business and stuff. So you write an hour a day. Do you sort of like seclude yourself for 1 hour, or like doing the Seinfeld? Like, do you just sit there? You got to write something, even if nothing comes to you. You've just got to sit there and do the process.
Yeah, I kind of more just kind of get things when I get a minute kind of thing, where like
Mm.
I'll just write something down. Like I mean, I'm trying to, yeah, like on this book, like it's saying about like joke webs and then
Yeah.
stream of consciousness where like you just don't stop talking for 10 minutes and then see what comes out and stuff like that, which I'm weirdly good at, and so yeah, like yeah, like I'll just try and fit it in where I do, but I do try to, like, I find that for me, I find that I'm quite good at writing premises for jokes, but I never commit myself to actually making a joke out of it, so to speak.
Mm.
So like that's my new thing. I'm actually gonna um you know like I got this premise about not trusting people who come from a certain area because their bin collection is on a different day to mine, but I
Yeah.
haven't actually written a joke about it.
The color
um
of yeah, the color of the bin defines their demographic.
yeah, they got green bins. That's weird. What the hell's going
No,
on?
challenge that. I've got a green bin, but I was talking to a Red Hot Llama in Liverpool, and they have pink bins.
Really?
Yeah, in Liverpool, they're pink bins. I don't trust that.
Yeah, see, yeah,
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 we're
so yeah.
green bins. Well, Bristol, I'm going to say blue.
No. So yeah, we got brown bins. Yeah,
Standard.
you got your brown bins. You got your black bins. You got your green bins. You got your wheelies.
I mean, could you turn that into, I don't know, like the color of the bin is like a race demographic?
Right. Okay.
I don't know, like the black bins are always getting stolen. I don't know, like
So
I'm
that's
just really spitballing here.
yeah. Or like that's how it show. Yeah, like that's yeah. Like if they change the color of the bins, it shows up on their CSR reporting or something. So it's
Yeah.
actually like
What day is your bin collection?
Wednesday.
They don't trust that.
Wednesday.
As with Thursdays.
See, no, that's just showing off though. Like Thursdays, like
Those
waiting
because
out
you're
for
getting
them.
ready for the weekend. You're getting ready to fill it up. I
Yeah,
stand by that. Like you want an
yeah,
empty
but
bin coming
then
onto the weekend.
you have just have like piles of bottles for days. You know,
I am
Trucked in
not that
flies
good at
and fragrance.
recycling. I've got to be honest.
No,
I am good, but I won't clean out a jar.
no. I think our bin collectors hate me for that reason.
Mm. Yeah, and I mean,
Massive
until
respect to bin collectors and whoever yells at me because some do yell at me. Yeah, whoever yells at me, I totally see your point. I'm not going to change, but I totally see your point.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I got told off for this about 10 years ago. I was eating like something walking down the road, and I put the wrapper in. I was walking down the road, and there was a one of the correct bins, and I put like my bit of plastic, chocolate wrapper in their plastic bin, and they told me off for it.
Oh yeah.
And I
Yeah.
thought, well, look, okay, fair enough, it might be your bin. I'm going down the road. I haven't chucked it on the floor. There's no recycling bit near me, and I thought, you know what, like, what the hell? Why?
What chocolate was it?
What was it? Okay, it was a multi pack. Wonders, yeah. I was a lot fatter back then. Of the Milky Way crisp roll things,
I like those.
they used to bang. They used to
Yeah,
bang. Used to love them.
I
To be
like those.
honest, yeah, it was. I know you shout on me a little bit, so it's weird how there's some things you always remember that always stick with you.
I like those. Yeah, I like those. What's the? It's not Kinder Buenos. It's the other Kinder ones that are like.
Like the small milky one, like the little like.
Yeah, I could inhale a pack of those.
Yeah, don't they come in like packs of 32 or something? Like,
Oh, that'd last me about an hour. I reckon
yeah,
I could.
yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought, yeah. I never think they should change multi pack to hungry pack because that is shame. There you go. That's a joke right there. Yeah, that's
Lonely
shaming a
pack's
little
a
bit, isn't
lonely
it?
pack.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a feeling extra peckish pack, you know.
yeah.
Because whoever has bought a pack of fucking crisps, and oh, I can't wait to share these. Bullshit. Fucking, fucking bullshit. Yeah, don't shame us with our packaging. To be honest, so we've been doing comedy like 6 months. What's like one joke you've written that you thought banged at the time, and you look back and you think, why the fuck did I think that was funny?
Um, well, one which like I was super proud of, and I structured my whole set around it for the Ultra thing, and I haven't done it since. Is so like last year for a Halloween thing, I went to a Halloween party as Slutty Donald Trump.
Okay, he was already quite slutty in my opinion, but fine. Yep.
Oh yeah, like but this was yeah, he was the sluttiest. It's like top half, blue suit, red tie, MAGA hat, and then bottom half, tiny shorts, big red heels. And it was and then I wrote this whole joke about that, about talking about how slutty he was, and then it was like, his wife, what was it, Milana Trump? Um,
Milana, yes, and
yeah, and I was just like, poor her, but like, if you were gonna get fucked by an orange, he's a 10.
like.
Like it was like stuff like that, but I just haven't done it since. Like
Would
it's
you do that on the stage?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I'd need to recommit to slightly Donald Trump. Maybe
Yeah, I could
maybe
never do character comedy. I couldn't. I commend anyone who does it, or if anyone's delusional enough to do it. I could not go on stage as a slutty Donald Trump.
I could see, yeah, yeah. I mean, like maybe it's just slightly Donald Trump is the wrong one. Maybe there's a different world leader that's is more
It got to
listened.
be someone who's known, and I think with like it's weird because like Donald Trump, Keir Starmer, all that, it's okay to hate on them in comedy.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Where if you did Zelensky, I'd be like, oh, dude, like do you know what I mean? A little bit. Like,
Slutty Zelensky.
yeah, yeah, he's not wearing this fucking cardigan jumper type fucking thing. I don't know, to be honest. I mean, would you say in the comedy world you can joke about anything and everything?
Like I think you can if you get the context right. Like it's what was that thing that Jimmy Carr said? The crowd's a genius. Like it's like if you get the context right, you can like there's humor in anything.
Yeah.
I also think so. Like I can say that in the abstract, but then in real terms, I just then fall to pieces if I do anything. Like I don't know. Like I'm such a neurotic person that like I just like I'll try a joke and then I'll super fret about whether or not anybody's going to get offended. I don't know.
I do know what you
Yeah,
mean about it because I've recently just banged out all of Jimmy Carr, Ricky Gervais, Mickey Flanagan's work.
yeah,
Not Mickey Flanagan as much because he is his own. He is completely his own entity.
I
But I
like
would
it.
say Jimmy Carr and Ricky Gervais, they're quite on par with what they joke about, and a lot of it is can't be the shitting on the woke, which I love, but you know paedophile jokes, all those jokes, and I think I just can't think of a way to write one where it doesn't sound like I'm copying them.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, yeah.
Like,
'Cause, I
because you
mean,
hear
yeah.
these jokes, you're like, well, that it's obvious,
I was
and
Greg Winfield. He was I was at this so like he runs quite a few nights in our area, and then I went to one of the nights and I kind of popped up on stage, but it was, oh God, like one of those nights when you're performing and they're like, you're on second set, should be about 9 o'clock, and then quarter past 10, you're still waiting and you're like, oh God, I just want to go to bed already.
Yeah.
But like what was it he said? He said apparently pedophiles, like, so this was his joke. It's but like, it was paraphrasing, it was apparently pedophiles are pushing to be included in the LGBTQIA
Yeah.
space, as though as that. And he had this whole kind of joke about that. And like, basically, I was in the crowd and I was like I yelled out, I was like, "Fuck that!" Like, and he turned around, I was like, "Yeah, that's what they said." But so maybe you just need to come at it from a
Well, from a different, yeah, from a different angle. But my point is, maybe I'm not as creative, but I can't think of an angle that hasn't been done. But then everyone probably thinks that until they think of it.
yeah, yeah,
Like I mean, it's like my material is quite like I have got a great Sharia law joke. I have a great gay marriage joke. I know mine's misdirection, so I'll do them real bloody quickly. Sharia law joke. I dated a Muslim girl in Malaysia. True story. Under Sharia law, if you get caught with a Muslim girl behind closed doors, you've got to marry them or go to prison. So I always fucked her with the door open. Standard. It's not offensive. It looks like it's going to be offensive because I'm talking about a taboo subject.
yeah.
But like, yeah, I just couldn't think of another one from a different angle. Like my other ones are like joke about being fat, joke about being a twin. Twin being the least favorite twin, like being the afterthought on the birthday song, all that shit. Like, but yeah, I find it hard to joke about edgy stuff. But I love edgy comedians. Like
Yeah.
your type of comedy, is that your favorite comedy to go watch?
I think so, because I mean, yeah, without sounding too kind of like, because like I quite like, yeah, like I like people who just take the piss out of everybody equally. I think that's
Yeah,
that's awesome, because like everybody's a dickhead. Like,
yeah,
whatever your political leanings are, you're like everyone's a knob. And so it's actually just kind of fun to have it like, all right, everyone's fair game. You
yeah.
know.
Well, my vote is
Um,
in betweeners. Will Simon Berg goes, just because you're disabled doesn't mean you can't be a cunt,
yeah.
and that's really stuck with me from watching it like bloody donkeys years ago. Like that really resonated with me. It's like oh, they sort of get a pass because they're different. No, you can still be a prick, whoever you are in life.
Still a dick.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
I love that. So, who would you sort of say your type of favorite comedians are?
I reckon my favorite comedian is, well, like, my favorite comedians are either Bill Bailey
Yeah.
or Sarah Millican. I
Okay.
love, like, I don't know what it is about her just standing in front of the microphone and going, "Ooh," I don't know, I just find it funny. Like, she just, she talks about her nunny and it's just fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but I mean, I have a weird tense on this because I feel like in my this is 100 my personal opinion, the female comedians from 20, 30 years ago, they really just tried to push them into the limelight. Some of the female comedians I see on the open circuit are, in my opinion, 10 times better. The upcoming female comedians we have got coming through right now, pushing through, banging out the fives, tens, 15s on the circuit, are amazing. They are brilliant. And I just hope there's enough room at the top for them to get noticed.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Couldn't agree more on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, go
Yeah.
on,
They're just,
I'm going to get you to cancel yourself now, Owen, because I'll talk freely. Rosie Jones, what's your opinion?
Rosie Jones.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is where my knowledge of current events just falls apart. Rosie Jones, what's her deal?
She's heavily disabled, female comedian, and it
Oh,
takes a
Rosie Jones. Yeah. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
like
So I've seen like, yeah, I've seen like one of her sets, and I thought she was funny. But like, I'm also not that cool, so I haven't actually watched her.
yeah.
So
Like, But my opinion, once again, I think she's bloody awful, and it's not because she's disabled. It's because she is a bad comedian. Like, if you watch Kill Tony, the one in Austin, they have probably about three, four disabled comedians a night, and they are all brilliant. They are smashing it, but they
Yeah.
sort of push the agenda. I mean, how is the comedy scene in Bristol?
Oh, it's like I really like it. Like it's really good. Like I'd say the like in terms of the actual kind of paid stuff, there's absolutely tons. In terms of the new material nights, there's more and more kind of in like it like kind of being added all the time. I'd say it's pretty kind of broad in terms of who's getting in there as well. Like there's this chap Owen Graham who was part of the Ultra comedy, and
I think I
he
know
has a
Owen.
really
I think I'm friends
yeah
with
yeah
Owen.
well, yeah you might have seen him on Instagram. You should totally check him out, Owen Graham. He has like a really pronounced stutter, but like honestly, the stuff he has, it just works. Like he's so funny. Like he's clever. Like the stutter works with it. Like all he does with his sets in terms of difference, he just says up front, "Hey, by the way, I got a stutter." Moving on, and then anytime the stutter comes in, he just makes it work. It's just so good. There's loads of people who are kind of like part of the scene that's like are just like it's really quite like there are some nights where it's a bit laddish and that kind of stuff, where it's just a bunch of jokes about the ID check on Pornhub. Oh, isn't that funny?
Oh
But
no, I've got one of them about that. I do one about that,
okay.
but mine, I think mine's quite funny. So I do like they got my face like an Argos catalogue, and when you got to have the ID check, it says make sure you're in a well lit area.
Right, okay,
It's,
yeah.
it's like, so I've
Got
just
with
got to
your
walk
blanket
into
over you.
yeah, so I've just got to walk into the garden during the day. Like, sorry neighbours, having a wank. Like, that's my version of that one. Um, yeah, the thing is that I do like laddie comedy, but you've got to have a mixed bill.
Mm.
Otherwise, it's just the same thing. Oh, like if you've got 10 comedians on, every single comedian has a joke about their ex-girlfriend, a joke about a dating app. It gets boring very quickly.
There was this comedian I saw the other day, and it was he was like, oh my god, like he's super new, but it was really funny. He was like, and he really had the right delivery for it. It was like, I like how the I like how the big four supermarkets all fight over me. It makes me feel really wanted. And then he was saying about how the big supermarkets are kind of just calling each other out on TV. And as though like the CEO just has to kind of sit there and take it, just like the CEO of Tesco, just like fucking hell, dude.
Yeah,
And there's just some really good stuff out there. That's just not like yeah, like just everybody just kind of saying random shit. That's
yeah.
uh that's
I,
that's comedy.
I
People
do
saying random
enjoy
shit.
the what's it called? What's it called now? X. I'm gonna say Twitter. Stan. Like when all the supermarkets do like start shitting on each other, or like the fast food chains on Twitter and stuff. They all start atting each other. I do enjoy that. But I will say also, fuck Asda because their Asda rewards has gone down so much.
Oh yeah, I can't even be asked with that one. Like it's yeah, I do love the little one. I do love the little one. You get loads of free shit. Or it might just be that I'm just nicking stuff at the right
Yeah.
time so the security's gone.
But I
But
do
yeah.
feel like they do sort of like force you to play their game. Tesco as well. It's like this will cost £22 or £4 if we have your data.
Tesco definitely shake people down. Like
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
Tesco, like I heard they're going into small towns, strong arming the things, like Tesco is a racket.
Yeah.
Like that's a mafia racket. That's what Tesco is.
Was it like a weird fucked up statistic? And I'm going to get this wrong again. That Tesco's used to own like 20% of the land in the UK or something.
Is it?
Like a
Is it?
mad stat.
Right. Maybe Tesco's got some royalty in there. I don't know.
Yeah, like all like the Greenbelt land they used to own and shit. Like I swear that was a stat. Yeah, it was. It was something like that. Because I remember I used to. One of my first ever jobs was worked at Tesco's in like the in their dot com center. which yeah was fun and games. So go on. I've been doing it sort of like 6 months. You said it was that one thing you wanted to try new every month. You
Mm.
know, I presume you've only done air ballooning once, jumped skydiving once, chased some cheese once. Why was comedy something that you ended up doing more than once?
Yeah, like I I fucked up so much on the first one that I was just like, when like, when you fuck up something so bad, you're like, I gotta have another crack at that. Nah, I like this. It's good. It's one of those things that like you can just there's always I like it for the same reason that I like boxing because like you can prepare for it, but you never know what's gonna happen. You
Yeah.
know, when there's like you never know what's going to happen when you're on stage, and either something you're going to say or something the audience is going to say. Like I had this joke. It was about it was about how bisexuality is an example about how successful we are as a species. Everybody wants to fuck each other. And then who else is doing really well lately? Seagulls. And then somebody in the audience just said, "My friend got sexually assaulted by a seagull the other day,"
Mm.
and I was like, I was like, I'm like, I do prepare for heckles. I can't say I'm prepared for that one.
Yeah. Yeah. I went Brighton uni, so I have a hatred for seagulls.
Yeah.
Can't lie. I was my fourth year uni or fourth year in Brighton. We had a balcony that we used to always smoke the weed off, and a seagull got hit by a car and it flew into my room and died on the bed,
Oh my God.
and it's like blood everywhere. But I did have a seagull I fed. But yeah, I seagulls are assholes.
See, yeah, like yeah. Seagulls are like like especially the ones in Bristol. They're more like just seeing us as food dispensers, isn't
Yeah,
it? Like
I don't even think they do it
everybody
because they're
just shake
hungry. I
down.
just think they do it to be pricks.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm fundamentally against them. So how has your sort of like crowd work evolved over the 6 months?
I think yeah, so like because I was super in my head and I think I kind of still am, but I'm getting there. I like to have a bit of back and forth now. I'm trying. I'm trying. It's like I think, fast forward 2 years and that kind of thing, I'd be able to go up and I'd have like a real, I'd be a lot better at like kind of emceeing or something like that. I'd really be able to have just kind of proper chats and
Yeah.
just kind of go off the cuff. But like I'm liking doing crowd work.
Have you
Actually,
incorporated any into your set?
yeah, like I now have space in each set for that one. Like that same one about the seagulls. I just kind of I can't remember what it was this, but like I was saying something about seagulls, and then I just kind of called out, "Have we got any seagulls in the audience?" And then I just in the back somewhere, I just heard a random squawk. Somebody just kind of
Yeah.
went, but yeah, like because I think it actually having the space for that conversation. Because I think the first time that I was doing it, I was just focusing more on I was focusing more on the words. I was trying to say the words and just trying to remember the delivery as is, but actually like I think I'm getting better now at just kind of letting kind of let myself figure it out. There are some people though that are really, really good at kind of crowd work, especially around here. Like there's this chap called Lloyd. Um, and I don't know what he does about his crowd work, but he just seems so like okay with just like whatever somebody's going to throw, he's got something.
Hmm.
Like you can just kind of see him ticking away. Um, and I think everybody can do that. It's just letting yourself be a bit more relaxed, and like letting yourself be a bit more open to actually having that kind of a chat. And yeah, I think I'm quite in my head as a person, and so I'm trying to get less in my head, obviously, but it's I'm working on it
I,
basically.
I, I I was saying my crowd work's getting better, but like I used to start off just by doing close questions.
Right.
Like
Okay.
nice simple, like before I go into my gay bit, oh, is anyone here gay? There's usually one or two. Oh, thanks for coming out. Like nice and simple. Um, but the one thing I've sort of learned recently that I'm doing more and more of, when you ask questions, if you've got nothing, keep asking questions until you find something.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like I
Yeah.
had one the other day, and it really annoyed me because if I do the doctor bit, do we have any doctors in here? Nothing. Any NHS? Nothing. And then someone shouted out, "Oh, I'm a vet," and I was like, "Okay, well that doesn't relate," and I continued. But I was like, I should have then gone, "Oh, what's the best animal you've had in the vet? What's the sexiest animal you've had in the vet? What's the worst thing you've seen as a vet?" And just started digging until I found something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's something I need to get better at as well. Because the one thing I'm best at in the world, truly, I'm number one best at in the world, is hindsight.
Yeah. You're like, yeah. Replaying it, and you're like, ah, that would have been perfect.
Yeah, with a
You
fucking
know.
golden. But yeah, I've got a lot of comedian mates who, they're headlining, doing, 20, 30 minute closes. And they'll go up with only probably about 2, 3 minutes worth of material they use. And the rest is just crowd work. And I
See,
like
yeah,
that would
see, that's
scare me
amazing. Like,
shitless.
yeah, how special, like how amazing is that? I mean, yeah, what was it? Like, because I also think it's like the rooms as well. So I'm working class, partly working class, but like one of my openers is just like, uh, you know, I'm OMP, I'm working class. We got any working class people in? Everyone goes, hey, and then whoever cheers, I'm like, oh God, watch your bags, like that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But then I was in Bath and I was like, I'm partly working class. Anybody in? Silence. You
Mm.
know, it was a room full of doctors basically, and I was like, oh yeah, read the room, you know. But I just told them all to go fuck themselves and then
Yeah, I do, I
carry
do,
on.
because I do a doctor bit. My twin's a doctor, and I do a bit about when a doctor declares somebody dead, they get paid £82 to be on the death certificate, and it's called ash cash. They call it
Ash cash.
ash cash.
That's such a geezer way of describing Ash cash.
Yeah, because you burn in the bodies. And someone like I had a doctor in the room, and he was like, "We don't do that anymore." And I was like, "Oh, we're like, can we just pretend for the bit?" Like this isn't. Oh, that's the one thing I always say when the crowd they don't realize that this isn't a TED talk. This isn't 100% factual accuracy.
Yeah,
You know, do you know what I mean? We're emphasizing the truth a little bit.
bear with me, sir.
Yeah,
You-
but this was not for you. So you said you do that open. Do you do the same open, same close, or do you mix them up?
yeah, I've been trying to so closes. I'll be honest, like I really want to be able to end on proper knee slapping stuff, and
Mm,
I keep I haven't quite got the timing like down right for that.
mm.
I ended on something which I thought was gonna work really well. It was actually my last gig. I did the Gloucester cheese roll one, and then I compared it about how uncool it is, and then I compared it with the running of the bulls in Pamplona, but it's really hard to milk a bull when the cheese tastes weird. Like it was that whole kind of eating knob cheese kind of joke,
Yeah,
classic.
it's good that
Um,
you already had your crackers for it. So
yeah,
there you go. There's a
exactly.
callback. Mm.
But yeah, like there's like I try to mix them up. Like what was like what was it the one I did the other day where I was just like, yeah, I'm Owen, mid-30s, brown hair, glasses, last seen walking into I'm just doing a police description now.
Yeah.
That's that's quite good. Um give good looking crowd tonight, lots of hotties. Give us a cheer if there's someone you think is hot. And then I just kind of play off of that. Yeah, like I think openers, I can start strong.
Yeah.
It's a bit like my dating game, I can start strong, but I don't finish.
I've used the same open now for the last 2 months, and I find it quite easy. I go, first of all, let's give a round of applause to the MC tonight. He's done a great fucking job. You get him clapping straight away. I go, there's been some absolute brilliant acts on tonight. Some absolute Marks and Spencer's finest meat. Now you got to endure a little bit of Lidl reduced chicken, I'm afraid. Then no, I just go into my bit because that gets 2 laughs in about 10 seconds, and it's like, right, cool, I'm off. But yeah, my clothes as well. Like I don't finish on my best sometimes, which I should. So what do you sort of want out of comedy? What's the long term goal here?
I think it's like honestly, I think it's just one of those things that like a lot of the time, like I think I mentioned it a few times, just how fucking neurotic I am.
Yeah.
And actually, I really like just like a really useful thing for me is putting myself in situations where, you know what, I could really publicly fuck up right now.
Mm.
And I kind of like that. Like I kind of like that seems to be way more useful for me than any therapy or bloody bastard self-help stuff is.
Yeah.
It's actually just being like, I could really fuck up right now, and there's a chance I will, and then I just kind of move on. Like, what was it the other day? I tried. Oh god, it was the dumbest set I did. Basically, the whole set was just me talking about how manly I was. And I was, saying things, like, and basically, like the whole thing was me trying to convince the audience that I was super manly. Like, I was saying things like, yes, I am manly, I am a man, I'm pretty sure I know what crypto is. Crypto, it sounds like shoes a gang member would make. And then like I say a bunch of dumb stuff, and then I say, have I convinced you? Have I convinced you? Give us a cheer if you think I'm manly. Uh, and then like I was expecting one or two people to be like, woo, so that I could then move on to the next set. And it was just
Yeah.
zero people. And I was like, I've got some doubt in the audience, and then I try and play off the doubt basically, and it's just super dumb. But yeah,
I'm trying
like
to think of the manliest things I do. I am the guy who opens the jars in the house. I am the man. I'm the man of the house because I'm the one who calls out the tradesmen.
yeah,
That's a manly job to call the bigger men to come, and then you revert back to your beta.
please come help me. But like you have to say it right, don't you? You'd be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, see, the upper flange, like you have to say words like you know what you're talking about.
Yes, which I
Yeah.
have 90% don't. So okay, yeah, I've been doing about 6 months now. What's the worst thing you've seen someone do on stage?
The worst. You know what it was? It was so just going back to like my first set, and I bombed because I didn't prepare. I didn't accept the fact that my first ideas are probably mediocre at best,
Mm.
and it needs polishing and work. The ultra comedy one, there was this chap who, like, basically, you're supposed to raise money as well as doing this, but basically, if you raise the money, then they let you on. And there was this chap who went to none of the lessons and the sessions, and he just showed up with a bunch of jokes, and they were like, okay, well, he's raised the money, so let's
Yeah.
let him on stage. And oh my god, the difference was stark. Basically, he just started saying, how like, kind of taking the piss out of the audience can be funny, but you have to kind of
Do it
not
style.
say that you're gonna lick the audience,
Yeah.
like, let me lick you up and down. Basically, this guy just started going on about like there's this one lady in the audience, and he just targeted it, just started saying like licking her or something. And then my mum, who just does like has zero filter, she just started yelling from another side of the audience, basically saying you're shit.
Yeah.
And then this guy was telling her to fuck off. It was a car crash. And then Greg Winfield immediately came up on stage, was just like, and he was just like, I did not teach him. He had to really like change how he he had to really like distance himself. He'd be like, see, everyone else I taught them, but not him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget his name now. Yeah, if he's
Yeah, no,
yeah, if
I
he's
don't, I
around,
don't like names on this, like, because,
yeah.
but yeah, how did Paul do?
Paul was good.
Yeah,
Paul's good. Like he doesn't give a fuck, and it's great. Like it's that kind of stuff where he's just there, just saying his truth. And that's and like the way he delivers it is just funny.
minus
And
the
he's
accent.
yeah. It's probably just the Bristolian accent.
Yeah, the combine tractor people like. I mean, God. So I always like to sort of do this question near the end. Sort of what's been your favourite moment on stage, and what time did you personally bomb the hardest? I know we've touched on that a little bit, but
Well, I think so. Like my favorite moment on stage was so I tried to be super honest about stuff in my life because I find that useful and that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
there was this time I was just honest about I wrote this whole joke about my sobriety and then about like the reason why I'm sober. And it was just like, does anybody has anybody ever just, when they've drunk a lot, just shat their pants?
Mm.
Uh, and then I just went into this whole thing about shitting my pants when I was in the middle of nowhere, basically. And that, like, I was just kind of stood there while everyone's laughing. I was like, this is fun. This is fun, just being super honest. In terms of bombing hard, um, I think I realized quite like a couple of months ago that I was too in my head about the way that I remembered my set.
Right.
And yeah, basically I got up on stage and I forgot my set. Like the moment like the lights went on me, it was quite late, and then I just forgot my set.
Yeah.
And then but like I was quite pleased at this though, because first time it happened, I panicked and I didn't and I didn't know what to do. But this time I just kept going, and I was like, it felt like super hard work. But actually, I realized that like when you bomb, or when it's hard work for you, it doesn't always look like hard work,
Mm.
And it's actually like, because I went off stage kicking myself, but then when I watched the video back, I don't think anybody would actually have noticed that a lot of the stuff I was saying was just off the cuff.
Oh yeah, only you notice like the one or two mishap bits.
Yeah, yeah. And so yeah, and just kind of like I'm finding that that's kind of quite good, that even things that feel really bad aren't actually that bad.
No,
Like it's all right. It's
no,
not
yeah,
actually
you
that
think they
bad.
are, and you're your own worst. What's it? You're your own worst. Oh fuck me, what's the word? Not judge. You know, critique.
Yeah, yeah,
You are
yeah,
always
yeah.
your own worst critique. So go on. We'll end it with this one, Owen. So someone's never done comedy before. They're looking to do stand up for the first time. Being fairly new, what advice would you give them?
The advice I got was write down a joke each day, and then once you have a collection of jokes, find the good ones, and then say them to somebody. Could be a family member, somebody on the bus, that kind of thing. And then once you feel good saying it to them, then just go up to an open mic and just ask nicely and be like, "Can I do this?" kind of thing. Preferably in a town that nobody knows you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
you're good. That's my advice.
I like that. And the one I always like to do on gig days, treat everyone you ever meet like crowd work.
Yeah,
Even
okay.
like the cashier, the woman waiting behind you in the queue. Just start talking to people. Like, I know people might think you're a weirdo. Just start talking to people and just try and make them laugh. And
Yeah,
then,
okay. Yeah.
well, yeah, I love that. But Owen, man, it's been absolutely brilliant having you on, dude. I really enjoyed it, and I think I'm down in Bristol at the beginning of next year.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So
Let's message about me up because yeah, like and yeah, you are you going to a gig, or like are you gigging down here or?
I will be gigging. I will be gigging. Don't know where, don't know when, but next year I'm taking 6 months out, and I'm nomading it for 6 months in a van.
Oh, amazing.
So yeah, mattress in the back, and just I'm just gonna go around the whole of the UK and just get on bills and live life. To be honest,
That's gonna be amazing. Oh my God. Oh my
uh,
God. Well, go
proper
see
gagging
Daniel
for.
Farr, everybody.
But then,
Go see Daniel Farr, everybody.
yeah,
Fucking
you know
hell,
it,
yeah.
yeah, hundred
He's
percent
coming
love
to
that.
you. A town near you.
Fingers crossed, man. All right, guys, it's been lovely to have you on, and cheers, guys, for watching. Cheers,
Yeah.
guys. Bye.